Hello everybody and welcome to Purple Table Tarot. My name is Robin and I will be doing a pick-a-pile reading today. We are going to be doing a Your Power Tarot reading, okay? Now, I have three piles, pile 1, pile 2, pile 3, and first I will go ahead and cleanse the space and the cards. And myself for good measure over here. Alright, so pile number 1 is going to be the Tarot of the Mystical Moments here. Okay. And this is I believe it's like an ocean agate or some sort of ocean palm stone. Very beachy, very marine life. Beautiful, beautiful palm stone. Okay, that's pile number 1. Pile number 2, we will be using the Raven's Dream Tarot. And we have the Orca's Eye, the Orca stone. Of white and this grayish blue. My apologies for the glare behind me with the window. But there you have it, Orca's Eye. Okay. Pile number 3, we will have red jasper. I believe there's a little bit of hematite in this as well. Red jasper palm stone, very beautiful. It reminds me of the planet Mars. And this is a Rider-Waite deck. I'm trying to think, I want to call it I think it's the Radiant Wise. The Radiant Wise Tarot. Okay. Alright, so go on ahead and pick your pile and I will see you at your reading. Hello, pile number 1. Okay, so before we get started, I'm going to invite Spirit in with so much grace and gratitude, appreciation, to respectfully request a message for pile 1's greatest and highest good at this time. What does pile 1 need to know, and what can be revealed for their highest and greatest good in this power spread today? Okay, this is for pile 1. King of Wands wanted to hop out. Perhaps you have some fire placements in your chart, or you're dealing with a fire sign. And I will say I'm glad to be back. I've taken a little bit of break. The month of October was quite busy. When I'm not reading tarot, which is more than I'd like to admit, but I'm actually an affordable housing property manager, and I recently took on another property. And because I'm in transition from going from one to the other, so it's been quite a busy time, but I'm feeling really good about coming back. I needed to have a little bit of a break, and I really missed doing this for sure, and I will should be at least being able to post a pick a pile once a week for a little bit, and then I could pick it up more. Do some shorts, things like that. But either way, let's go ahead and get started with your reading, pile 1. these cards are probably going to be a little bit too big. I'll try to put them like closer together like that. Okay. There we go. That'll work. Okay. Boop. Alright, so bottom of the deck energy, we have the Two of Wands, so perhaps there's some sort of thing that you're going back and forth on with regard to what it is that you want to do. There's something about your identity that is taking shape at this time. So what I have here, in the first position in this reading, we have the Three of Wands. And what that says is that what that represents in this reading is basically kind of the overall tone and tenor of the reading, okay? That's something that, some kind of special power that you have and your ability to transform energy, okay? So we have the Three of Wands. So that's very significant with regard to, you know, integration, which is really cool because we have the Two of Wands here and then we have the Three of Wands here. So we see a progression, and with the Three of Wands, there's an integration of what it is that you've chosen, okay? And it's like you're stepping through the gateway. This can also be like, oh, I'm waiting for my ships to come in, I'm looking to the future. So there could very well be something else that you're waiting for before you progress on to like getting stability in that area with like the Four of Wands and so on and so forth, right? So with the Three of Wands here, yeah, you're stepping through the gateway, you're integrating these things, getting a lot more clear on where it is that you want to go, but there can be a feeling that you're kind of waiting for something. Okay, position 2, card number 2 here. This is something that's percolating right now in your life. It's really the heart of the matter of the reading. And what we see is the Death card, okay? So something has ended. Something has changed and shifted on a very irrevocable level. This is transformation, okay? Transformation. Something is falling away. Something is falling away because it needs to, because this is also a part of your personal growth. If you see here in this card, there she is, right? It's like, yeah, her skin is gone and her bones are exposed. You know, there's like this imagery of like decomp, right? But then she has flowers, and then she's got a butterfly on her shoulder. So it's like something is falling away, yet something is, it's making room for something else. All right. So let's see here. And the card number 3 we have is your plan. Where things are currently headed for you. And we have a Two of Swords. So the thing is, you may be waffling back and forth on that. With the Two of Swords, we basically have, you know, it's kind of like the imagery of the magician. You know, the magician has their headband over the top of their head, you know, like their crown. Their eyes are open, there's nothing obstructing them, they have all the tools they need, right? But then with the Two of Swords, also air energy, also Gemini energy, the blindfold, and in this case, this bird's hat, birdhouse top hat, has slipped down over this person's eyes, right? And so it's like there's something that they're not seeing. And another aspect of this is like, yeah, you might not see it. You might not see it, so you might not have any concrete evidence of it, whatever it is. And perhaps this it is what you're waiting for. But embedded within this Two of Swords, it's like the person doesn't want to make a decision one way or the other, or communicate something one way or the other because they're not entirely sure because they haven't seen it. It's kind of like this, I have to see it to believe it. But the part of that, another aspect of this, is that they feel it. It's like they know it without seeing it. It's just there really isn't that sure-footedness to be like, yes, like I know this 100%, so now I can say the thing, or now I can make this decision, or I can move forward in this area with this idea, all right? So perhaps there's something because there's a waiting energy and then there's a wishy, like kind of a waffling back and forth energy here. And that is basically the plan where things are currently headed, right? So I get the sense that like something's come to an end, and here, get down. Something has come to an end, and now you're trying to figure out where you're going next. You know that was a very significant ending, all right? And that you also know that something very significant is on its way and is growing, but this isn't anything that's coming toward you from outside of you. This is something that is inside of you, I feel like. And I just get that sense with this card here. It's like they're rising above it all. They're looking out far out onto the horizon, right? And there's just like they got this ship in their hand, like they have it. So I feel like you have everything that you need anyway. Like you have power inside of you. You may be doubting your power though right now, okay? So with card number 4 here, we have the forces that are here to assist you. What do you have to assist you right now? And this is the 9 of Wands. So this is somebody who, is battle weary, okay? They are battle weary. You see these scars all over her, all over these stitches and markings all over her blouse to indicate that she's been cut several times by this thorny rose. But it's like there's thorns and then there's the rose. So it's kind of like you're in it to win it, You see the rose bush for the roses, not the thorns. You're like, I'm willing to endure the thorns and keep on enduring the thorns. So with that strength that you have really does speak to, like your fortitude. And this can be a difficult energy because, it's kind of like doing the same thing, expecting different results. And perhaps there's some part of you that is experiencing this ending because they're touching here, You're experiencing this ending, but you're like not willing to give up. You're going to take a licking, but keep on ticking. You're going to keep on going with it. So it's like on the one hand, Spirit is saying, yeah, you have this fortitude. Like that is a huge strength. Like to have that tenacity, right? To have that determination, to be able to have that, thick skin to keep on going, and that dedication. All of that is so robust. It's so robust and really just speaks to such like a true character. I get the sense that there's something here that you really believe in, or could possibly be some sort of goal, some sort of something where you're like, no, like this is mine, I'm going to work for it. But right now there has been a death, and perhaps this death, whatever it is, needs to come through. It needs to come through because something else that could actually fill the same desire or the same goal, the same something that you've been working towards, the quality of it, can be coming in its place. A lot of times we get very attached to, like I want, what example can I use? Like I really want this job, I really want this job. I'm an engineer, and there's this really great company that I want to be working for, whatever. And it's like, that's the job that I want. That's the job there at company A. And then like, it just doesn't pan out with company A, right? And then later on down the road, yeah, you become that engineer, but you're at company B. And you end up coming to find that company B is awesome, right? And then like a few years down the road, company A, goes under or something. Like I think the point is that we can be open to desire, but not attached to whatever it is that's going to fill that that goal or that desire for you, right? It's like, yeah, you could be open to being an engineer, but where you end up being an engineer is where that's going to happen. You just have to trust that whatever it is that's going to meet you is going to be fulfilling. Okay. And if it isn't fulfilling, well, you have the determination and the fortitude to go somewhere else, you know? All right, so for this is a message from your ancestors, okay? And this can also be advice from people that you know best. So this is actually to tell you, like, hey, has this situation that you're fighting so hard for, have you experienced deception? Has this been very, very hard on you? I mean, seriously, here we have the Death and then we have the Ten of Swords. And I think what your spirit team is trying to say to you today, pile number 1, is that this ending, this ending is meant to happen because it wasn't serving you anyway. Whatever it is, whatever is shedding away, whatever is coming away, yeah, you had all kinds of determination for it, but in the process, you got beat up quite a bit. And whatever it is that you are, trying to go towards so steadfastly, if that's a word, but so ardently, yeah, I mean, let's pretend that this is a relationship here. Do they see their rose the way that you do? Like this value, because here I get the sense that this is where the value is, right here. This is the value. And you're enduring all of this in order to get this. And what's happening in the process is that you're getting plucked and pricked by all the thorns, getting, stabbed, at least for this gal, it's in her magnificent hairdo, but, typically it's a stabbed in the back, but this is kind of like you've worried about it long enough, right? With the swords, once we get to the 10, it's like, at least you know now. At least you know now. You don't need to be worrying about this anymore. You could just grieve it, right? You can grieve it and move forward and accept and shift your perspective on this death here, right? Because yes, there's death, there's a shift, there's a transformation, there's an ending. It's very sad. It's a real bummer. But look at what you've been enduring, right? I mean, and this energy here, it's like there's waiting and waffle, like waiting energy, and also going back and forth. And like, this is good energy, don't get me wrong, but I see confusion or blind, like not fully, not fully knowing. And this is not fully knowing what the future holds, because look at her there. She's looking out to the future. But what is it that you've presently been experiencing with this? So I think what Spirit is trying to say is that it's time to, whatever this is, it's time to let it go. If it needs to pass on, if it needs to go, then you can let it go. And that doesn't mean that it wasn't important. It doesn't mean that, it wasn't a worthwhile goal or any of that. It's just not. I feel like this is one of those things where like you're later on down the road, after you've already reached this horizon, you kind of are up on top of the hill, and then you turn around, you look back, and you're like, oh, thank goodness I didn't get what I thought I wanted, because it's like so much better. But prior to that, there is this pain that you've been experiencing here, and also this is what's ending. So with the ending of this hope or this pursuit, there's also, the beginning of something new, which is independence and full on, like this card in this position right here. Let's see, it is basically, it's like what you need and what it is that you need in order to take your plans further. Okay? So there's something that you've been pursuing. And if it's love, then it's love. But if it's love with John, and the pursuit of love with John looked like this, then John's not the one, right? So what is it that you need to take with you moving forward in your pursuit of love, not your continued pursuit of John, is this sense of self. Sturdy, strong, abundant. You already have everything that you need. The Nine of Pentacles, I used to really not like the Nine of Pentacles because I was like, oh my God, like I don't want to be single. And I'm not trying to mock anybody else. I'm basically kind of mocking myself and how, I used to see this card, but, and experience it for myself because I was just, in a very different place back then. But be that as it may, it's like when you get that card, that is like a high five. That is like a high five from your spirit team saying, yeah, this is what you need. This is what you got. Like this person, this is the kind of person that you want to bring to the table. This is the kind of person that you want to bring to a relationship. This person right here, whoever they get involved with, and if that person really steps into their own power and meets them in the middle, oh, there's no stopping what they can do. It's just like power couple, like for real. Like this is the kind of healthy sense of self that one would need to bring when they are coming together with another person. So this is the advice. Ultimately, this is the energy that you need to take with you moving forward. And I think that this energy is like inside of you here, looking out to the future. Okay? Okay. So this is what I have for you, pile number 1. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to pick a surrender card now. Okay? I'm going to pick a surrender card for you. And please be sure to, help support the channel. I'm always I just feel so honored that people watch, my readings and subscribe and comment and like and all the things. And it's just a delight. It's just a delight. And I really do. I'm not whistling Dixie. I love connecting with people. When anybody ever says, oh, wow, thank you so much. I really, that really resonated. Like, it's just so lovely that we have this tool where we can reach people all over the globe, So either way, go on ahead. There's my little shill. Go on ahead, please, and hit that like button and subscribe and leave me a comment how this resonated for you. I honestly, given this reading, pile 1, I'm feeling really hopeful for you because I don't get the sense that you were getting your needs met really at all. And it was really over time, just like wearing you down. Like the 10 of Swords in my mind is death by 1,000 cuts. This is like death over time is just kind of so arduous. And it's, I don't know. I mean, I think like you'll look back on it and you'll be like, wow, yeah, gosh, what else was going on there, So this could also be an invitation, this spread here, this reading. Could it be an invitation for you to take a deeper look at kind of like, well, why is it that I'm so like, ardently pursuing this and continuing to endure these results here with this like 9 of Wands, 10 of Swords energy. What is up with that? What is up with that? This person remind me of somebody else I really, really needed love from and just never got, Is there some sort of ego aspect attached? Maybe you're somebody, maybe given that you have this strong ability to like go after what you want, perhaps it's like you don't experience not achieving your goal very often. And so if you get to a point where you're just like, it's not happening, it's just like, ooh, you just kind of want to double down. Anyway, let me pick your surrender card, okay? I love you guys. Okay, let me do this for you. All right. Surrender to rest and sleep. To prevent burnout, slow down. Honor your need for quiet time and peaceful sleep to rejuvenate your mind, body, and spirit. Yeah. Sleep not only helps us heal any kind of physical wounds, but sleeping does help us heal our psychological wounds and our, it's good when we're grieving. We also want to keep it balanced, right? You don't want to oversleep or isolate because it can kind of tip over to the other side where it can be hard to get up. Okay, but there's this. I honestly feel it's more like a take care of yourself kind of card. Give yourself what you need, okay? All right, pile one, that is what I have for you. Thank you so much for joining me, and I will see you next time. Bye. Hello, pile two, and welcome to your reading. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and open it up with inviting spirit in with so much grace and gratitude for a message for pile number two's greatest and highest good. We will be doing your power reading today. What are we looking at? What's going on? What kind of energies do you have that are assisting you? And how is your spirit team showing up for you? What is your spirit team trying to show you? Okay. Let's see. So thank you very much, Spirit. Greatly appreciate the message to come in for pile number two. Whoopsie. Sometimes I get a little clumsy with these big decks, but so we're going to be using this Raven's Dream, the Raven's Dream Tarot, okay? And in the description box, I always provide links to the decks in the description box. And and here's something, okay? Whenever you want to support independent artists like MJ McCullane, I think her name is McCullinane, buy from her actual website or the publisher, and that's true with any tarot deck that is put out by an independent person, because don't buy it off other kind of quick and easy cheapy sites, because those are typically knockoffs. They're commonly almost 100% are knockoff decks, and we don't want to support those folks because they're basically stealing from the artist. Okay, enough of that spiel. I just love the way that this deck shuffles, though, I will say that. All right. Okay. Bottom of the deck energy, we have the Seven of Swords. Some sort of avoidance, some sort of dodgy behavior. Sometimes this could be like, it's basically avoiding something in an effort of self-preservation, okay, on some level. So, pile number 2, we have in position number 1 is the Ace of Cups, and this really sets the tone for the reading, okay? These are the powers, like this is the energy that you hold right now, and that you have in your arsenal, basically, like and helps you in your ability to transform this energy, okay? So we have the Ace of Cups. So this could be a new relationship for you, or just simply, or quite simply, a new emotional experience, okay? Now, in this position, we have the Devil, something percolating in your life, the matter of the reading. So this is like at the heart of the matter. There's something about this experience right now that is connected to some sort of fear, some sort of dynamic that's playing out in your life, okay? Something that has been unhealthy before. Perhaps you bring this energy to whatever it is, or someone is bringing this energy your way. You could be struggling with addiction, or you could be struggling with another person engaging with another person who's struggling with addiction. But the rendition of this card, I will say this is one of my favorite Devil cards. I think it is brilliant, and it absolutely captures this kind of experience. We have this cage. The door is open. This raven does not need to be in here. They could fly out at any time, but they are they're not aware of the open door. They're aware of the cage, and they're aware of this hand of fate that's just giving them peanuts. Little by little, keeping them, intermittent rewards that just keep them kind of trapped, where this raven just doesn't get any of their true needs met. It's just this kind of pittance, something to just keep them there, something to keep them in the cage, because they really like peanuts, but they don't get peanuts all the time, and they might think that this is the only hand that holds the peanuts, right? And so here they are, getting peanuts little by little from this being stuck here. There's a stuckness. So this is at the core. This is at the base of the reading. Okay. There's something about this energy that's playing out right now. It's something that's percolating. This could even be, since it is percolating, this could even be you. This could be a brand new emotional experience, and even recognizing how this kind of dynamic has been in your life somehow. Maybe it was in your life a long time ago. Now it's in your life again, or whatever. Like, it's just like, whoa, okay. This is something that it could have never been there. And now you're just, for the first time, having an experience that is kind of keeping you trapped. And you're like, well, what's this about? I haven't had this before. Pretty rare, but, it's possible. So, and this is your plan. This is where things are currently headed, okay? Your plan is the Ten of Cups. Your plan is the Ten of Cups. Rainbows, roots, planting roots, increasing the community, being surrounded by family, inner circle, just like abundance, right? Just like good vibes, the whole deal, right? This is something that you want. This is your plan. You want this. That's your plan. Okay? And here's the energy that's here to assist you in this. King of Cups. Your emotional maturity. Your sense of emotional balance. Calm, cool, calm, collected, but completely in touch with one's heart. King of Cups speaks of a mature love. King of Cups is not infatuation. King of Cups loves with their whole heart. They love others and they love themselves, and not in some kind of arrogant way. Although we do have the devil here touching this card, but I don't get the sense that these are living within the same person. I get that this could be an outside force here. This could be something, like I said, like something that's percolating, something that's bubbling up. But with the King of Cups, this is emotional maturity. Okay? And I really like how we have the King of Cups and the Ace of Cups in the same reading, because it indicates a turning over of the emotional cycle. Okay? So there could be some level of emotional maturity here, this energy to assist you in your pursuit of the Ten of Cups, but doing something new on an emotional level with this energy. How are you going to face this energy, okay, with your emotional maturity? Because this will interfere with this. And, it's always a brand new emotional experience if we're going to try to confront our devil or our shadow, something, and really confront it, really face it head on, but doing it with so much compassion for ourselves and for others, and with a lot of grace. This isn't coming out of the box and, kicking this devil out of here. Excuse me. It's seeing and having compassion, especially, always, if it's inside of you, or if this kind of energy is in another person that you're actually dealing with. It's like it makes things complicated or makes things difficult, and stuck or stagnant or whatever the case may be. So this energy that you have to assist you is here. So much, emotional maturity to face it. So much emotional maturity and compassion and love. And that's what true love is. That's what true love is. Being able to, turn this little raven around and show them the door. Right? How is it that you can be free of this? How do you get out of this cage? All right. So this is a message from your spirit guides, okay? If you're not real big, which I doubt, but if you're not real big on spirit guides or something, this could just also be advice from your people, which is kind of funny because it would appear you might have a team and they're all not really in alignment with one another on what it is that you need to do. They might be in conflict, but seriously, this is, advice. This advice from spirit. This would say that yes, this can be a struggle. But ultimately what this is about is trying to get on the same page with yourself, because you could have conflicted energies within inside of yourself. And which I would imagine you're dealing with another person, because it's like 5 is a group of people, 10 of Cups is family, Ace of Cups typically a beginning in a relationship or a new experience in a relationship. Devil energy could also indicate codependency. So I think the message from your spirit guides is saying, be aware of this dynamic. Pay attention, seeing as it does touch the corner of the Devil card. Pay attention to how others may try to manipulate you in some way, right? And then you get to see them through the eyes of love. You know, typically when people are manipulating you, it does not feel good. It can really actually piss you off. I know it does for me. Okay? Because you feel it right in your solar plexus and you're like, ooh, like, oh, like, what are you doing? Like, oh, I can totally feel and see this. It's like, ah. But your higher, like, King of Cups, emotional energy can say, you know what? I see this person playing their thing, trying to co-opt me in some sort of song and dance here. And the reason that they play it this way is because they haven't learned it any other way. They just don't know. Okay? That does not let them off the hook because they need to learn. And, you know, whether or not you're the one to teach them, I don't know if I would take that project on. Typically, that's something that someone has to do on their own. But what you can do, and I think that this is a message from your spirit guides, is like, you need to be very clear with your boundaries. You need to be clear with your boundaries. Because you can see if someone's trying to co-opt you in some sort of, you know, dynamic, some sort of unhealthy, you know, reenactment, if you will, that you can set a boundary and be like, look, man, I understand that this is hard for you. And and despite that, I know that both of us, or even all of us, given that there's a group here in the Five of Wands, that all of us actually really do have the same goal. You know, we all want a piece of this crab. We're all hungry, okay? We're all hungry. Now, what do we got to do in order for everybody to get their need met? You know, but the thing is with this, it's like everyone wants to be the leader. Here, let's do it my way. No, let's do it my way. Let's do it my way. La-di-da. And it can be very hard to come to a group consensus with these folks when we have this energy prevailing. But the position that this card is in the reading is advice from your spirit guides. So ultimately, the advice is, be mindful of when this kind of dynamic arises. Have compassion for those that are trying to play whatever it is that they're playing. Trying to use their tools, right? Especially if they're maladaptive tools. And then have compassion for that and suggest another model. And if there isn't any way, then hey, you know, maybe you need to just find another crab, right? Get your need met somewhere else. If you're hungry and these folks aren't willing to share, whatever the case may be, or like you're just not able to get there, then get your need met somewhere else. Find another way if it's far too difficult. But I feel like I'm going a little bit off the rails here, but let's go ahead and move forward. So this is the energy that says, what do you need to take with you in moving forward? What kind of energy do you need to take your plan of, you know, getting this 10 of Cups, ultimately your happiness? And I would imagine maybe reaching the goal here, because a 5 of Wands are all people with the same goal, just different ideas about how to get there and how to do it. Now with this, the 2 of Pentacles, this would say, okay, there's more than one way. There's more than one way. And you may not know what that is right now. And you might be kind of going back and forth on a couple of things. It can feel like a real burden. It can feel like a juggling act. So I think what this says is, yes, acknowledge that in yourself. Have compassion for yourself and be flexible. And don't be afraid to set boundaries with other people. Okay? Don't be afraid to set boundaries with other people, especially when it comes to any kind of odd, toxic dynamics. And given that the Ace of Cups is here, this very well could be one of the first times that you are going to be doing this with this group of people. it can be very intimidating, you know, and Thanksgiving's coming up, right? One of my favorite holidays, absolutely. But I will say this, you know, everybody, so many like holidays, getting together with old family, you know, family, old friends, all the things. It's so, it can get very heated. So, you know, maybe this can be about you setting boundaries about what you will and won't discuss at the dinner table, you know, or whatever kind of celebration you're going to have, or whatever kind of group gathering you're going to have. Okay? And that could be very new. But ultimately, it's like you want the inner circle to have good energy together. But ultimately, with the devil here, what that says is that there is going to be some funkiness that pops up and rears its ugly head. But that's a part of it too. That's a part of it too. And ultimately, it's okay if you see that in others or you see that in yourself. Why? Because you have the King of Cups energy here to assist you. Gentle but firm, okay? Gentle but firm with our loved ones, with our people. And it can definitely feel like a juggling act or like you're walking on a tightrope, but the more mindful you are about this, the more you simply notice these dynamics when they arise. And also, the more you're able to be mindful and notice how you feel in your body, you can decide to take a break. You can decide to go take a walk, go lie down for 15 minutes, whatever you need to take care of you. Because we do have the moon here in this Two of Pentacles, okay? And the moon would suggest, or the moon would indicate that there could very well be some hidden energies here. There's going to be some stuff playing out in the subconscious. Things could, you know, you could get triggered on some level when this kind of energy comes to call, okay? But the advice is, and the strength moving forward is to trying to keep balanced. And maybe you won't make a decision, oh, I'm gonna respond this way every time, or I'm gonna respond that way every time. You don't have to put hard and fast rules on yourself around that. Flexibility. Choosing the most appropriate response in the moment. And if you don't know what that is, telling people, this is actually really important to me, what you're saying right now. And I don't quite have the answer yet, even for myself. So how about we go ahead and put it, let's come back to this. I need a little bit of time to think about this because you've actually given me a lot to think about, right? That right there, that's emotional maturity. That's bringing in the King of Cups to handle this situation, whatever it may bring, whatever it is. But I feel that practice is what is going to be the Ace of Cups for you. Okay? I will say this, if this, because I'm reading the dynamic, right? If this is a new relationship, this is saying to be mindful and aware. Just be mindful and aware. No need to project red flags onto the new person or the new situation, but just be mindful. Keep your eyes open. The silent observer, okay? Silent observer. All right, so that is what I have for you, pile 2. I want to go ahead and pick a surrender card for you. And let me know in the comments how this resonated for you. And help me circulate the video by commenting and also by hitting the little like button. That helps circulate the channel spreads the message further. Surrender to trust, okay? Trust yourself and your decisions. Don't be swayed by other people's strong opinions. 5 of Wands. About what to do. Don't be swayed by other people's strong opinions about what to do. Take action and be confident that you have chosen the right path. What was I talking about? That could be the new emotional experience here, huh? There you have it. There you have it. Trust yourself. Trust yourself and your decisions. Okay? Okay, pile 2. So I'm so glad that you joined me today. Thank you so much. And I will see you next time. Okay, bye. Hello, pile 3. If you have chosen the red jasper, this is your reading. We'll go ahead and start off by inviting Spirit in with so much grace and gratitude for a message for pile 3, for their greatest and highest good at this time. Please and thank you, Spirit. Okay. Pardon me for a moment. I have something in my eye. Ouch. Okay, sorry about that. Ooh. All right. Bottom of the deck energy, 7 of Cups. A little bit of confusion. Do we not know what to choose? Yes. Okay. When we have the 7 of Cups here, coupled with the Magician as another kind of, this is the card that represents you in this reading. It's like, it'll be interesting to see, when we get more into the reading, but, having manifestation energy, but yet having a kind of a background hum of confusion or being spoiled for choice and not knowing what to choose with regard to an emotional experience, and having different emotions play into that decision making. That can be a tough place to manifest from, okay? So let's get into it here. So with the Magician in the primary position, this sets the tone for the reading, okay? This is what you have. This is your, the kind of power that you have right now. And it represents your ability to transform this energy. So, with that being said, I mean, I can't think of a better card to have in that spot. Can you? I mean, that is actually basically describing the magician here. So, that says to me, as a reader, pile three, that you are actually probably a whole heck of a lot more powerful than you realize when it comes to wanting to, make whatever happen for yourself. Okay? And now we have what is percolating in your life. This is the matter of the reading. There is something that you are trying to manifest, something, a whole brand new way of embodying the next phase of your life and where you're going next. Right? It's like, not only are you trying to manifest like what to do or what the goal is, but how you're going to get to that goal, how you're going to show up, how, this crest right here precedes you. What are other people going to see when they see you coming? Right? So I get the sense that there's some real inner work that you're doing right now, not just about what you want for the future, but how you're going to move forward into that future. Okay? And here represents the plan, where things are currently headed. So with the Seven of Pentacles, yes, you're investing in it. But given that the Seven of Cups is here, coupled with the manifestation, it doesn't, surprise me as a reader that the Seven of Pentacles would be the energy, because it's like, yes, it's continuing to grow, but there's still some brown leaves here. There's some brown leaves. Okay? It's not bearing the fruit, or in this case, the potatoes, because this is a potato plant, that you want enough potatoes, right? So there's something up. You're really reevaluating right now. How to move forward, what to do. Does my plan need tweaking? This is how things are playing out right now, and it makes sense given that we have the Seven of Cups as an underlying energy. Okay? Confusion. So perhaps, this would suggest getting even more clear on what you want. If you're very clear on what it is that you want, is there some sort of tweaking that needs to happen in terms of how you're moving forward? How you're showing up for yourself and for others? How you're showing up for this goal? What are the values behind pursuing this goal? What are you going to do with these potatoes that you're trying to grow? Right? This, the Queen of Swords, is the power that you have. It's the power that you have, okay? So you really do have, like, this energy is assisting you in all of this. So you have a very strong sense of intellect. So that's really cool. Like, this is all fitting together. So I really am liking how this story is unfolding. Because what it's saying to me is that, sure, there can be a hiccup of some confusion, right? You may not see all the potatoes just yet, but you have, like, so much intellect and discernment that this is definitely going to assist you in figuring this out so you can get as many potatoes as your heart desires, okay? So this is very strong energy. Now, if this is a matter of the heart, if what you're trying to pursue is a relationship, which I don't know where, based on these cards, I can't entirely tell, but you have 3 queens. You have 3 queens. 3 queens. I know I've seen 3 queens in a reading before, but right in a row, like, I'm pretty flabbergasted right now. When you get a queen, it is a high five from the universe, okay? Trust. People all think that the kings are the top dog. They kind of are, but they're kind of not, because the thing is, listen, they have come to the very tip top in the end, so they're about to kind of turn over and start again, right? Because that's it. In tarot, it's always a cycle. When you're in the queen energy, that's like, it's definitely the most powerful. It is the most embodied, soulful, well-rounded experience and expression of that suit. 100%. And you have 3 of them here. 3. You have your intellect, discernment, ability, clear seeing, clear cut. You're able, like with this sword, you're going to be able to cut away those brown leaves. You're going to be able to be very clear on how you're going to tweak this plan in order to move forward to get what you want. I feel like this Queen of Swords is going to cut through any confusion. Okay? But yet there is confusion underlying here. But I feel like that's going to be fading. That's going to be, like with all the smoke, with all the clouds here, it's going to get blown away with the air that the Queen of Swords brings. Because she's an air element. Okay? Now, this is your advice from your spirit team. Okay? Queen of Wands. Having confidence, believing in what you're doing, fully dedicating yourself to this whole process. Like, this is such a clean reading. This is saying, yeah, whatever it is that you have decided that you want to manifest, right on. Completely. There's no question about it. I get the sense that it's this Chariot in how to move forward that is kind of, I don't know if I wouldn't say it's impeding your growth, but there's something about it. There's something to it. So I think that with the energy of these queens, there could be a reevaluation in how you're moving forward, how you're investing, okay? Queen of Wands, confidence, leadership, attractiveness. I mean, if you're doing all this, you might as well look good while you're doing it, right? Pile 3. And you also have, you know what I really dig? You have this red jasper here, which is like sacral chakra energy, you know, with the orange. So it's like, yes, right in alignment, all the fire. What is it that is actually really going to propel you forward? Your heart. Your heart. Because look what we have here. We have the mind, we have the heart, and then we have basically the libido, libidinal energy in the middle. Okay? There is something about this that perhaps these two energies have been a little bit out of balance, right? Maybe there's been a little bit too much mind in knowing what you want to do, knowing how you need to be, instead of embodying how you need to be, right? With this leadership card here, this could be an invitation and an advice from your spirit team saying, don't be afraid to, get some mentorship around this. Because wands, especially the king and queen, that's leadership. So you could even be a leader, but yet even leaders need leaders, right? Because this is a little bit of a struggle. This is somewhat of a setback, somewhat of a frustrated effort. But what is inside your heart? You have the power of all of this energy at your fingertips, at your disposal. And then up here you have all the elements. You're moving forward. So what's the confusion about? Is the confusion around you knowing, hey man, I have it all going on here. What's the problem? I'm confused as to why I'm getting brown leaves on my potato plant. Where are my potatoes? But I'm seeing this as like, this is the energy that's going to move you forward to your goals and desires, because it's the last card in the spread. So what this is suggesting is, get more in touch with your heart. And be mindful of your boundaries as well, because the cup that the queen holds in the tarot is the only cup in the deck that has a lid. Okay? And what that lid says is she is not going to invite anything in or give up, because the cup is the vessel of the emotions, right? So these are her emotional boundaries. She's very loving, very nurturing. She's also very smart. Just because she's very loving and nurturing doesn't mean that she's just some pushover, okay? She's a queen. She's very powerful. So she's also very discerning about her emotions and her emotional boundaries. What am I going to give out? What am I going to take in? Things like that. Okay? So let me think here. I'm looking at this spread and I'm like, do I want to clarify anything? Because I didn't clarify anything for the other two piles, but I'm really kind of feeling like I want to clarify that chariot. Yeah, I want to clarify that chariot. Okay, hang tough. I'm going to grab this real quick. Because it's like, that's where the feeling is. That's where the vibe is. I think it's something about the chariot energy is how you're moving forward, how you're going about it, is what... Is this the deck? No, that ain't it. How you're going about it is the thing that is influencing or not the potato plant, that's what I'm feeling when I look at this. That's what I'm feeling. Let's look. Okay. What is up with my dexterity is so strange today. Like, I'm doing this and I get like this weird jitter in my left thumb. I don't know why. What just came to me is that you could be not trusting yourself. Maybe you know things, you feel things, but there could possibly be something else. Maybe in the back of your mind, you're worrying about what other people will think. I mean, because with the Queen of Wands in the middle here, she's always very confident, but not only that, all eyes are on her. So there can be a part of you that's like, yeah, I know what I want, I know what to do, and I know how to get there. But all eyes are on me, so what if other people are gonna, what if I'm gonna be judged? That's just something that came to me. And so with that, it's like those kinds of thoughts and fears get in the way of our hearts. They can talk us out. With the swords, we can talk ourselves out of what is in our heart. And then we're trying to manifest, but yet there's something blocking that manifestation because there isn't full congruence between what it is that we want and how we're trying to get there. enough with that. Okay. What's impeding this growth? What is up with the forward movement and the embodiment of the pursuit of this goal that is having an effect on this? I don't know if it's lack of growth or slow growth or what. Did I just do it? Did I just... There we go. Let's do this now. Sorry, guys. That just tickles me. It really does. 7 of Pentacles. King of Pentacles and the Star. Okay, I get the sense that you think you need to be at a particular place before you can actually fully receive what it is that you truly want. With these 3 cards here. And that's what I'm talking about when I say the embodiment. There is a part of you, you know what you want, you got it in your head and your heart, you know you can have it tomorrow, but there is a voice in the back of your mind that says, but I'm not ready, I can't take it as I am right now. It's the thing that I've always wanted, it's my star, my wish fulfillment. But I need to be here before I can get that. I need to be, it's as if you feel like you're not good enough to receive what it is that is like so ready for you. You are moving towards it and it is moving towards you. Believe in yourself. That's why your potato plant still has brown leaves. Okay? So that's a confidence issue. That's a feelings issue. It's a thinking issue. Maybe you're thinking that you're not ready. Maybe you're thinking that, oh, you can't have this right now because you're not here. You haven't amassed all that there is to amass in a material sense. But what this is saying is that these 3 queens trump the heck out of this dude. You have all that it takes. You have everything it takes. This is so clear cut right here today. Listen. Whatever it is that you want, this confusion here, it's an illusion. It is an absolute illusion based in some weird kind of funky shadowy fear that you don't think that you're good enough, or you don't think you have enough material possession, or you don't think you have enough money, or you don't think you're stable enough to have what it is that you actually really want, when you can. You absolutely can. You don't have to be a king in order to receive the beauty that is available to you, and to get everything that your heart's desire. Okay? That's what's blocking it. And that's not a judgment. I'm saying that from the most loving place. I'm saying that from the most loving place. The other aspect of the King of Pentacles is that they're somebody who claims. They are somebody who fully claims, and they are committed. So there could be a little bit of something that you need to do. You could need to be a little bit more self-evaluative around, okay, am I fully ready to claim this? Here it is. This is what I've always wanted. It's all lining up for me. but yet I'm not fully getting it, you know? Why? Is it because you haven't stepped into your power and claimed it fully yet? That you don't think that you're good enough for it? Or like, oh gosh, what if you do take it? What then? Then you'll actually have to stick with it? What is it? Because underneath the Seven of Cups, we got the Lovers, which is the choice. These people aren't just two people who have a crush on each other, okay? These are two people, let me cover their little goodies. These are two people who completely learn from one another. Like, you know, not just how to cook the other person's favorite recipe, but like they learn about themselves reflected in the eyes of the other. There's a symbiotic relationship here that really just completely has these two people fully evolve. And that kind of thing could be very, very scary. Here's the fear here and confusion, and then here's the fear here. Confusion. This is something that you've thought about a lot. Maybe even sleepless nights, some sadness and worry. Bad dreams even. Okay? Like happiness. This person's your wish fulfillment. You know what to choose. Anyways, so that's what I have for you, pile number 3. Okay, that's what I have for you for the tarot. I really do love this reading for you today. I'm going to pick you a surrender card. And I will say, I apologize for being such a long shuffler, but I go with how it feels, okay? Surrender procrastination. You're getting your little butt called out to you today, aren't you? In the most loving way. Now is the time to jump on a goal instead of putting it off. Take action. Taking action will attract success. I'm going to read that again. Okay. Now is the time to jump on a goal instead of putting it off. Taking action will attract success. Yes. Honey, you already have what it takes. You have everything that you need. You already have what it takes. Once you choose that, once you know that for yourself, and you tell yourself, I deserve this, boom. That little potato plant's gonna frickin' grow and yield you all the yummy little potatoes. Okay? So that is what I have for you. So much love, so much gratitude. Thank you so much. Like, share, subscribe, comment. Love comments. And I will see you soon. Okay, bye guys.